Hi, my name's Jess from Yorkshire Dales Pilates, and today I'm going to be taking you through a short workout. This can be used as a warm-up for more challenging exercises to come, or it can be used as a series of exercises in its own right to do at any time of the day or evening to make you feel great. Let's do some Pilates. Come down to sitting, and then roll down to lying on your back. You may need a small block behind your head. You could use a cushion or a book to make you feel as though your eyes are looking straight ahead and right in front of you up to the ceiling. Position your pelvis into neutral, where your hip bones and your pubic bone are lying in the same plane. To find that neutral position, you might just want to tilt your pelvis one way and then the other, and then find a position between those two extremes where there is this small gap between your lumbar spine, your lower back and the mat. And your hip bones and your pubic bone form that flat triangle. And then breathe wide into your rib cage. Breathe out through pursed lips. Draw the breath into the back and the outside of your rib cage. And as you breathe out, feel that rib cage just closing and knitting together. Breathe wide into your rib cage. And as you breathe out, connect to your deeper abdominal muscles. This is a very subtle feeling around your waist, as though you are tightening a belt around your waist and creating width between your hips. There's no movement of your spine. There's simply compression of your internal organs from that transversus abdominis muscle wrapping around your waist. There's no gripping, no clenching, just a subtle contraction of that waistband muscle. From that neutral position, take one knee out to the side. Glide that leg along the mat, turn it and bring it back up. Release, lengthen, turn and bring that back up. Take one more on that side and then change sides on the hip release. Release, glide away and then return that leg. Breathe in as you release and glide away and out to scoop that leg back up. Last one on that side, release and lengthen, and then bring that back in. Come around onto your sides, switch the blocks for something a little bit bigger, either a bigger block, an extra cushion underneath your head. Tuck your bottom shoulder under, bring your heels up towards your sitting bones, press your knees together. Gather those deep abdominals towards your spine. Transfer that neutral spine onto your side. Create that little mouse hole at your waist. Reach up with your top arm. And then open out your chest towards the ceiling. Leave your knees behind. Take that a little bit further. Bring that back over and bring your hands together. Take a breath in as you reach up on this spine rotation. Breathe out as you open your chest towards the ceiling. Take a breath into your rib cage. Take that rotation a little bit further. Feels amazing. Bring that back over. And hands come together. Let's take that on the opposite side. Reach up with your top arm and then open out across your chest, across your collarbone. Leave your lower ribs behind. Take your upper ribs with you. Take it a little bit further. And then bring that back over and bring your hands together. Draw the breath wide into your rib cage. Out through pursed lips. Take a breath in here. Increase that rotation. The movement comes from the middle of your back rather than just from that arm. And then bring that back over. Bring your hands together. Fabulous. Bring yourselves up and around onto all fours. When you're on all fours, give yourself plenty of room for your back. So I don't want you to be tucked up into this position. Feel as though there is all that room for your spine to position itself into neutral. And then we're coming up into a cat stretch. Draw the breath into your rib cage and then out as you pick up and lengthen through your neck. Release from your lower back, middle back, upper back, and lengthen. Breathing in at the bottom. Out to roll up. It's your pelvis moving on top of your thigh bones to create that flexion of your lower back, to engage those deeper abdominals, plus the obliques to create that shape of your spine, and then release back down. It's as though you're sticking your bottom out behind you to roll your spine back to neutral. One more. Breathing out. Perfect. Come around onto your backs. We're going to do another exercise to mobilize your spine, to move your spine. With the hip rolls, position your feet a little bit closer to your sitting bones and keep them parallel and firmly pressed into the mat. Do the same with your shoulder blades and spread your upper to mid back against the mat. And then wheel your spine away from the mat. Your lower back lifts up, your middle back just up to your shoulder blades, and then roll down like a string of beads, melting down vertebra by vertebra, bead by bead, and release at the bottom. Imagine that your spine is just really free to move in the center. It maintains its length and release. With the breathing, reposition your pelvis into that neutral position, bringing your lower back into its natural curves, and just walk your feet away slightly. Arm circles. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then back towards the back of the room and circle your arms around. Your arms will only go back as far as you can keep your rib cage still, and then circle around. So I don't want any popping rib cages. Keep that rib cage fixed to the mat, the back of the rib cage fixed to the mat. While we're lying, move your focus to your neck. Glance up towards the ceiling to begin, and then lengthen your neck towards the mat so that your head nods and your chin comes towards your chest very slightly, and then return to neutral. This head nod is tiny. It's just as though your head is nodding on the top of your spine, and you're lengthening the muscles in the back of your neck, and you're opening out the vertebra towards the mat. And this is a prep move for the ab prep to come. We take the head nod to prepare, and then roll away from the mat. This part of your spine remains neutral. It is flexion from this part of your spine, and release down. Your collarbone stays nice and wide, and your feet stay firmly planted into the mat. Head nod as you breathe in. Wheel away from the mat. Let your upper abdominals do all the work. Your head and neck follows, and your head sits on your shoulders. Roll down with the breathing. In to nod your head. Out to wheel away from the mat. Breathing in to hold and release down. You can also do this exercise supporting your head in your hand. If you're feeling tension through your neck, take this option. It's a little bit harder on the abdominals, but easier on the neck. And then release down. Head nod to prepare. Roll away. Breathing in to hold. And release down. Last one. Flip around onto your front, and we're going to take the reverse of that move. Legs just slightly apart, head resting on your hands. From this position, think about this zone here. Try not to collapse into your lower back. Feel as though there is length in your spine. There are bubbles between your vertebrae that you don't want to pop. Keep that spine lengthened. Lift your chest. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out to extend. There is life through your glutes, there is life through your abdominals, so that the extension comes from your mid-back. Your lower back will follow, your upper back will follow. One more. Breathe out to lift. And then after every extension, sit back into a shell stretch, go through the cat stretch, and then roll back. Restack your spine, roll up, bring yourselves up to standing. Well done.